Right, Al-Shabaab. Heard of them?
Yep.
It's a terrorist group, jihadist, bloodthirsty gang that's based in parts of Somalia, in the Horn of Africa. They are, associated with, affiliated to, a branch of Al-Qaeda. They also have fraternal relations with ISIS. In the areas in which they control, they do the usual jihadist thing, enslaving women, extracting taxes. They've been known to bomb areas in Mogadishu. They also collaborate with the pirates that operate off there in the Arabian Sea. Collaborate in the sense of having a revenue sharing arrangement. So in general, these are people who are perhaps best avoided. They have been declared a terrorist organization by countries such as the US, the UK, Australia, etc., etc. This week, however, they are in the news because they banned plastic bags. That's right. This is the first jihadist group which has gone eco-friendly. In other words, plastic bags, yes, the kind they give you free at the supermarket. They want nothing to do with those. They believe, in fact, those are bad for the environment, bad for humans, and bad for animals. I'm not sure that this announcement makes me feel any different or more positive towards Al-Shabaab. Delicious. Airlines. Now there's an industry that is usually in a spot of bother. One of those businesses that, trouble just seems to follow them around. A couple of stories out this week. Asiana, I'm not sure where they even operate from, somewhere in Asia. The chairman went on air and had a press conference in which he apologized for flights that had taken off without food and suicides. Yes, in fact, apparently they had changed their food meal supplier. Certain planes had been without food. The owner of the company that supplied the meals committed suicide because of the poor service. Yikes. Then we move our attention across to the United States of America, where Delta Airlines loses so many bags of customers that they've decided to come with a revolutionary strategy whereby their existing passengers can sign up on an app, which means they can basically bid for the right to deliver other passengers whose luggage has been stolen or lost when they're on their way in that direction. It's a bit like Uber, but for lost luggage. In other words, you might be at the airport and they might have a bag that should have been delivered yesterday for another passenger. You can deliver it and get paid on the way home.
Wow.
Sounds like a great solution. And then finally, and the biggest joke of all, is South African Airways here in sunny South Africa, where SAA, as you probably read in the newspaper, is looking for a private equity shareholder partner. I mean, these guys don't realize what kind of trouble they are in. This is an airline which makes huge losses, has a huge bloated workforce, has planes that are not the right kind, has enormous financial liabilities. It thinks somehow that somebody somewhere with spare money to burn wants to buy a big stake in the airline in order to take part in those wonderful losses. Incredible.
No thanks.
Right, former heads of state, on the hop, on the run. That guy we spoke about last week on the Blunders, the one from Malaysia, Najib Razak, yes, the one whose wife had all of the jewelry and the shoes and the handbags in the family palace. Well, he got arrested this week. Things are looking good. Things are looking up for global law enforcement. Here in South Africa, the Zuptas are on the run, on the hop. Yep, we've been seeing that story unfold. And another one which came to my attention during the week was a story about the previous Pakistani Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif. Remember, he was hounded out of office, and it turned out it was because of connections between him and the Panama Papers and the idea that he had smuggled money offshore and used it to buy properties in London. He said, no, not at all. I've got nothing to do with those organizations. Here's the paperwork to prove it. Only problem is the paperwork he produced was dated 2004 and 2006, indicating that trusts had been established and so on. When forensic experts studied the documents, they found that the document was printed using Calibri font, Microsoft Calibri font. But here's the problem. He said the documents, which were dated 2004, 2006, were totally legit. Calibri font was only produced and commercialized by Microsoft after January 2007. Microsoft font fail, my friend. Hounded out of office. Fontgate, they called it.